Okay, so I was talking to a friend, you know who you are, and I told them this story about my first period because we were talking about the glorification of periods and why no. So, my mom is white, and I feel that's probably relevant to this conversation because I don't think this is something a black mother would do. So, I got my first period when I was 13 or whatever. I got it at my father's 50th birthday party. The house was full of something like 200, 300 people. This is back when we lived in a fucking big house that could accommodate shit. And I got my first period. I was hiding away because there were like 200 people in the house. And someone conveniently like came up into where I was. And I was like, "Can you go get my mom?" And they were like, "Why?" And I was like, "Just go get my mom." So she like came back with my aunt, and they all like fucking oh blood, and I was like, yes, I don't remember how to put the thing on. They gave me the period talk when I was 9. 4 years went by. I didn't remember how a pad worked. So like we settled that, and I went about my terrible bloody week of pain and awkwardness, and my mom was like, oh, "We have to do something because you're like a grown woman now." And I was just like, blood and pain. I don't, blood and pain. So, um, she, a week later, like when I was done with it, gathered all of the women in my family, my grandmother and my 2 aunts from my dad's side, and I think her sister was there, and like a bunch of family friends, like 12 people, including me and her. And we all went to Red Lobster, and they all wore red to commemorate the occasion, and said that I didn't have to wear red because we're wearing enough red. And I just remember, like, Mom, I don't need cheddar biscuits. I need painkillers. Why are we here? And I've told the story a million times because it's so ludicrous to me that my mother brought me to Red Lobster to like celebrate my coming of age. She also gave me jewelry that belonged to her mother, who had like recently passed, and it was red, and I don't think it's actually made of rubies, but it's like, you know, really nice old lady glass jewelry that I've worn once since to a wedding. And I am just, nobody else really has that story. Nobody, like, I don't know anybody who has the I got my period, so my mom took us all to Red Lobster story. Like, my mom decided that I needed a party. I still don't understand this. I could have. And the best part is, we have never been to Red Lobster before or since. Like, she went once since then with someone and brought me back cheddar biscuits because I asked. But like, we as a family unit did not go to Red Lobster. Red Lobster was like too nice for us. We did not do the thing. So like, this was the equivalent. Like, my mother took me to what was our family equivalent of like a really nice place because there was blood coming out of my body, and I just